Hey, Soda Popinski. Whoa! Fucking language on you today. What the hell's gotten into you? Hello back. Hello back, pony boy. Yep. Don't say that. Of course, if this was a Twitch stream, and I literally made fudge, and I was going to show you the ins and outs of the fudge business, I don't know how I could even communicate. Exactly. What if you did work at a fudge factory? Exactly. They don't want to hear it. Apparently, they just don't care. I really don't want to. I just don't want to work today. I just want to bang on the drum all day. What if I worked at the Hershey factory and I got to drive the Hershey, right? You think they call it that? You think they call it the Hershey Highway though? I don't believe they. I don't believe they do. I haven't been to Hershey, Pennsylvania in many years. It would be funny if that's what they called it though, especially with the new connotation of what it means. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing mushroom coffee or my second cup of coffee today. It was brutal yesterday. I'm going to try every other day and then maybe every third day until it settles down a bit. Like Moose Knuckles coffee. I don't believe it was called Moose Knuckles. It would have been better. 26 months for the professor. Chad Lutsky, thank you very much. Appreciate that. That coffee was good this morning, though. Happy Positive Friday to you too, Chad. To you as well. A happy positive book release for you and your wife as well. Yeah, it was milk chocolate caramel, I think. I don't remember what it was now. It was damn good though. It was a damn good cup of coffee. Fine cup of coffee. Me and Tom are, I think we're a chapter ahead now. It even tasted good. It even smelled good. It was good, and it was one of those where I buy a box of like 30 different coffees, and that just happened to be one of the companies thrown in. I don't I don't know if there's any other from that company though. I'll have to look through the rest of the box. I'm past the glossy pictures in the Crazy Eddie book. Nice. Oh, you mean this book? Yeah, I still got to do my review. So you're about halfway done. That was a good one. I liked it. I'm going to do the review probably maybe this afternoon, although it might not be till Sunday. My wife works till 3 today, and I think she's supposed to come home, drop the dog off, and then run out and pick up pictures or something. So maybe I'll do it then, about 4 o'clock or so. If not, it's got to wait till Sunday. Chet says, thank you. I expect you all to be at my Facebook event and to buy copies of What's Behind Those Eyes for your grandkids and your neighbors' kids. Okay, so I don't have grandkids, and fuck these neighbor kids. These kids are all assholes out here. But I do have a little free library, so I will likely make a purchase. When is the Facebook event? Tom says, I prefer mildly neurotic Edward. That guy his business just really didn't take off, though. A bit more than half. I think the S is about to start hitting the F. Yeah. Tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will not be on. I got shit to do with my wife today and tomorrow to get ready for MondoCon next week. Week from today, officially starting. So I promised her I would put the bed back together in the baseball room. Good luck. Good luck with it. If I have time, I will pop in, I swear. Reading this book, Frank, it's like right from like chapter 1, you're like, oh, these guys are gonna, even if you don't know the story, you're like, oh, these guys, there's no way they can sustain this amount of thievery. Blatant thievery. Because it was blatant. But a very good book. I think I still have a video I got to put up of the C.W. Blackwell, his short story collection. And that other one that he wrote that Chad Lutsky had turned me on to originally is in my TBR pile. So it will be, I actually bought it a long time ago. It's just been sitting on my Kindle. Necti, exactly. They even ripped off the... I know. That was the funny part, too. I like this logo. I'm just going to basically just completely steal this. It's insane because growing up, you'd see those commercials, I don't know, like during every Mets game commercial break or Yankee commercial break or any show commercial break. And you always just assume that dude was Crazy Eddie. Except the guy who was Crazy Eddie looked like a terrorist. So it would have been Crazy Terrorist Eddie, and that's probably not a good look even back in the 70s. It was on all day long. I mean, those commercials were on constantly. And there were always different ones, though. You know, you see the same commercial now for a company. You see it like 1,000 times, and you're like, I hate this commercial. Crazy Eddie, man, they were like filming, like they were literally like filming them in the studio and like immediately releasing them. Like, oh, Channel 9 needs a commercial. Let's hurry up and shoot one, and then we'll run the tape over, and they can start playing it tonight. I mean, crazy, Eddie. The commercials were like the only thing they did on the level. Yeah. Yeah, although they kind of screwed the guys doing the commercials too. The prices are insane. Mostly because they bought old items and sold them as new. Yeah. Well, mostly because they didn't pay sales tax on anything. That was the beginning. They were like, listen, if this is $100, okay, we pay $100 for it, and our competitor is charging $250 for this. Let's charge $100 because we're going to collect the sales tax from you, but we're not going to give you the sales. We're not going to give the government the sales tax. So that is our profit on this. It's a break even, but we're making money, and our volume is so incredibly high that we're just going to make a crap ton of money like this. We're going to nickel and dime every other place out of business. It was just amazing. And they lasted for quite a number of years with this. I wonder if they're the reason why vendors started implementing map pricing when you can't sell something for under zero. You know what? I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt that Crazy Eddie put in a lot of things to about retail. Yeah, I remember as a retail manager for various stores, and we had to stick to the prices. And when sales came up, you could not undersell stuff. Remember, that was a big thing, especially when I was at JCPenney. Like Nike was like just clearancing a bunch of their sneakers but we were not allowed to go under. Like this is the lowest you're allowed to put these. It's like, all right, let's just put them at that price, and then we're just gonna get rid of them because I got no room in my stock room. But they would do those, whatever you call it, retail shopper, surprise retail shopper thing. They would send them in all the time to make sure that we weren't going lower on our prices. Whatever. I'll throw this shit in the garbage if I want. A lot of traffic out here today. A lot of traffic. A lot of people just driving back and forth. Secret shoppers. Thank you, Mr. Frank. Secret shoppers. I was looking into that when I was doing merchandising, but then somebody was like, "Yeah, that's a lot of paperwork. That's like a lot of dumb paperwork all the time." I watched part one of Storm Area 51 also. When do you watch both parts? So you don't even know about the aliens showing up. Damn it! Part two, it just gets even crazier. Part one is like a whetting your appetite. It's like wetting the beak. Part two is insane. Insane. Like crazy, Eddie. I know about the aliens showing up on Pornhub, right? I was like, what the hell? People are really you got a lot of porn to watch on Pornhub. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, I don't anymore because Florida they blocked Pornhub. But you're looking at aliens having sex with that's you're a weird dude. So 2 days ago, there was a big lightning and thunderstorm came through, pretty much like every other day. And at one point, it was like it was like it felt like the house got hit. That's how that's how fucking loud it was. Like everything shook. Pictures moved on the walls. Be easier to say when it doesn't. I know exactly. That's like right, like every other day. But this storm was different, Tom. Unlike every other day this month because it was closer. That was the only difference. And so the internet went out. And then I'm like, all right. So I go in the living room and I was like, let me see if the cable's out. And I'm like, why? I know it's going to be out. So I just went and I read. Took a nap, come up. Everything's fine. You know, it's 5 minutes later. It's gorgeous and sunny and 1,000 degrees out. So I go back to work on my computer and I'm writing, blah, blah, blah. And then that night, this is 2 nights ago, my wife gets home and she's like, all right, let's watch something. I don't want to watch about sharks. And I'm like, all right. So we turn the TV on. TV comes on. Cable box does not come on. Nothing. We unplug it. We do a bunch of nothing. She calls. Yeah, we can get a tech out, but not until Friday morning. So she's like, okay, fine. So then that night, Wednesday night, I'm like, well, I'm just going to go to bed then. I'm going to go to bed and read because I'm going to be reading anyway. Yesterday, even Shelly does not like Shark Week to begin with. Shelly's like, I do not want to watch shows about sharks. Ever. And it's a childhood fear because she had both of her legs bitten off by sharks when she was a kid. I don't know if you know that or not. And so yesterday, the Stanley Steamer people show up because we're having people over for MondoCon, and Shelly's like, you know what? When's the last time we refreshed these couches in the chair? Let's do that. What if it's a stray shark? Yeah, she don't like anything named shark. She don't even watch Shark Tank because it has the word shark in it and also tank. So Stanley Steamer comes at 10 a.m. yesterday, and they steam clean the everything. It looks really nice, but they're like it'll take like 5 or 6 hours for everything to dry. So all the cushions are piled, everything's out of whack in there. So yesterday I wrote a lot and I read a lot, but I was like, not only am I not allowed, can I not watch television all day, but now I can't sit on the couch because all the cushions are soaking wet. My wife gets home last night, late as usual, because she goes to her mother's Thursday night for dinner. So she wanders in, and everything's kind of still wet. So she's putting towels on top. I'm like, I'm just going to bed. So this morning, 8 a.m. Here come the the cable gentlemen, cable guys. One of them looks like uh, I'm not gonna say his name, the leader of Russia, with a thick Russian accent. Very serious dude, Larry. Yes, Larry, the leader of Russia, and his assistant looks like Theo from the Cosby Show. Rest in peace. And so basically, it was like, well, your box is dead, so we got to give you a new box. I was waiting for the guy, like, we'll be reschedule or something. It's like, well, you got a box on the truck, right? And they're like, yeah, we'll go get it. So they bring it in. We get a brand new box, a new remote control. They're all right. Here you go. So no. Turn it on, set it up, make sure it works, which it did not. Which I would have been annoyed. So then they fix it. Everything works. Okay. So I'm like, all right. I'm not turning the television off now ever. I just hit the mute button. And I'm like, all right, we'll figure this out. We'll figure this out later. Because yesterday was the Major League Baseball trade deadline, which I wanted to sit on my couch like I do every year and watch it. I could do none of those things. So I had to keep hitting refresh on the MLB rumor site just to see that the Red Sox really did absolutely nothing. Your box is dead, your couch is wet, your wife hates sharks, and Crazy Eddie isn't paying sales tax. I think Mr. Frank summed up this entire episode so far. Thank you for the Cliff Notes. So that was annoying. But then I'm like, you know what? Oh, so then my worry was, oh, you're giving me a new box. I say to the Russian, the mad Russian, Здравствуйте, как вы поживаете? Что ты куришь? Which means, hello, excuse me, would you like a cigarette? I know a lot of Russian. Will all of my recorded shows transfer to this box? And he said, Niet. Also, someone is coming over there and taking a Stanley steamer on the carpet. No, that's a different. Nobody better do that, Tom. There's Nick Zinn. Speaking of people who better not take a Stanley steamer on my carpet. So now I'm annoyed. I'm like, all right. So I'm like, now I got to reset because I remember we had to do this with the last box, like I don't know, 10 years ago. I'm like, all these shows that I tape, I'm not going to remember all of them. 40 hours of Shark Week and Shark Fest. I'm not going to be now. I'm not going to go back and watch this. You know. But then when he left, first thing I did was I hit the Xfinity thing, and I'm like, there it is. Whoop, there it is. I even said whoop. I said whoop. There it is. Just like that. All of my shows are still recorded, and all of the stuff that's coming up is still going to be recorded. So I was very happy with that. Very. The cat's also very happy. Cats are pissed because 2 straight days we've had weird strangers in the house, and then next Thursday the weirdest stranger of all, Nick Zinn, will be here. So these cats will be freaking the F out. The F out. Like F Troop. So, there you go. That's been my excitement. Bubble Boy tried to fly his UFO into Area 51. The dad insists that was not the plan at all. Yeah. That dad and mom are liars. And I like how the wife suddenly doesn't remember how to speak English when the cops came. Also, she's like, no, me love you long time. No, lady. No. Happy new cable box. Thank you, Michael Shorter. That's the nicest thing anyone has said to me today. Easily the nicest thing. Thank you for resubscribing. We're getting these resubscribes up. But you know what? So here's my thing. Tonight, when my wife is home, we're going to start going room to room, doing the cleanup, doing the list of, oh, we got to strip the beds. We got to do this. Michael Schotter is nice by default. He is. He really is. Even hanging out with that Ronald guy over there, he still managed all this time to be a nice guy. Well, yeah, he's half Canadian. I mean, only the good part. So, so there you go. And then tomorrow I will be spending the entire day not doing what I want to do, but be doing all the random dumb things of do this. And I keep saying to her, you know, everybody who's coming has been here 100 times. You know, Nick Zinn doesn't give a shit if the floor is mopped or not. You think Nick Zinn has ever mopped the floor in his life? Never. That guy lives in a filthy pigsty. That dude brings friggin' lice and crabs here when he comes. We got to fumigate every time. That chair, we throw that chair out every year and buy a brand new one because he sits in it. You are very resilient. But I need fresh floors and clean hibachi girls. Listen, it's going to be like, I think, 98 degrees on Friday and Saturday next week. So guess what we are not going to have? A hibachi grill. Now, if you want to go outside and sit out there in the sweltering heat and get melted, knock yourself out. Nick mops floors at orphanages, probably, which is where he was probably more than likely born. He's just paying back the community that raised him. And then Sunday, my wife will be at her mom's all day and all night. And so I get to rest and relax and do shit I want to do. As I'm hoping I get everything done tonight and tomorrow. So I don't have to do anything on Sunday. Sunday I can watch some baseball. Sunday I can get some writing in. Might even jump on YouTube Live on Sunday. Who can say? Who can say? I mean, except for me. Anybody doing anything exciting this weekend? The weekend before MondoCon. Anybody doing anything exciting? I just told you my excitement. Oh, part of your excitement, Frank, is watching that second half of the Storm Area 51. I hope Nick's part of his weekend is blowing up parks in Milwaukee before he jumps on a plane and heads to Florida. I hope Michael Schotter finally tells Ron McGilvray how he really feels about him. Nick says, State Fair, baby. Boys to Men will be there. But I'll be eating deep fried stuff while listening to Boys to Men. They've come far. That'll be tonight after the 63-hour part 2 of Billy Joel. You won't even get through that Billy Joel thing for the whole weekend. I need to massage Tom if he needs cheese. I would definitely massage him. I'm sure Tom don't need. Oh, that's right. Tom can't eat cheese this year. Yeah, you can't bring cheese for Tom. You can bring it for anybody else. Here's what I'm going to say, Nick. He wants a Gouda massage, like Gouda all over his body, all the pores and stuff. Okay, I don't need to bring cheese then. No, I would not worry about bringing cheese. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, Nick. Here's the honesty. If you bring any cheese, that'll be nice because Shelly will cut it up and we'll put it on the charcuterie board from 5 to 6 for her birthday party. But the reality of that is you bring cheese for us every week, which I love. And I eat all the baby Swiss or anything that ends in the word Swiss. But the rest of it, sometimes it's just like, we don't have time for this. We just don't. I can't eat all this. I already got 57,000 cheeses, various cheeses in the house. Swiss Miss, delicious. Michael asks, any first-timers for MondoCon this year, or is it going to be all veterans? First off, Mondo, M-A-N-D-O. But I'll let that one slide. No, it's all veterans. We replaced Mr. Frank's not coming, but Chuck Buda is making a reappearance. MongoCon would be better, and you spelled it right. So we're basically, it's the same group as last year, but we switched those two out. Yeah. We're doing things a little different this year because of Nick complaining about garlic bread. So Sunday night will not be Italian. It will be Shelly's world famous taco bar. And then at that point, because I think Nick's flight is like at 8 o'clock or something, 9 o'clock, 8:55. So you'll probably be out of here by like say 7:30. We'll take you to the airport. So by that point, everybody get the fuck out of my house. Tom, get in the car. Your ass is going home. I'm sick of you 3 friggin' straight days here. Let's go. Chuck, get the hell back to Knoxville. I blame Little Crick. Seems like it's worth it. Well, it does. I was traded for a player to be named later in a 6th round pick. Yeah. Who knows who that 6th round pick could be? That could end up being a phenomenal superstar for Mondo Khan each and every year. Monday morning or Sunday night? Sunday night. Nick's flight is at 8:55 Sunday night. So we'll have time for dinner, taco bar, and then we'll chit chat for a little bit. And at that point, I'm going to say to all the locals, "Hey, everybody, 7 o'clock, get out. 7:30, whatever. Get out." And then either Chuck's going to go home Sunday night or Monday morning. But if he stays Sunday night, then he'll take the ride to drop off Nick and to drop you off, and Shelly will take the ride too because then she's got to pick up Alice and bring Alice back. So assume at about 1 o'clock on Thursday, Tom, me and Nick will be there to pick you up, and then you're staying until Sunday night. Chad says, I had my bags packed, bought my train ticket, then realized I wasn't even invited and saw my ticket unpacked. You know what? I would still leave that bag packed. You don't know what's going to happen up there. You're in a wonky part of the world there. A riot could explode at any second. You know what I'm saying? They could start building cars again. You don't know what's going to happen up in that area. Chad, you know you're always invited. I just assume that you never want to leave your house. And you're not even writing anymore except for children's books. Nick said, "Here, I thought you were going to say the garlic party starts 8:30 Sunday night." Right? It could have been it. The good thing about me not going is no hurricanes. Yeah, I appreciate that, Frank. I appreciate if we have no hurricanes, then you might not ever be invited back. Pick me up and then Redneck Beach and then Dynamite St. Augustine before Chuck arrives. I think we could fit all that in. He's not arriving until about 5. So that gives us plenty of time. I was gonna go to Montecon until I heard you can't watch porn in Florida anymore. Yeah, you can't. Well, you can watch it, but they want you to give your driver's license. And I'm like, yeah, that ain't ever gonna happen. I would write my kids' books. We don't write kids' books here. This is an adult convention. Well, then you know what, Chad? Next year, first or second week in August, you are invited. So you have 12 months to give an excuse of why you can't come. Yeah, we only have Chuck and Nick from out of town because Tom lives here now, and all the rest of them are all the locals. So should be interesting. If you'd come this year, you would have been able to go to Shelly's 50th birthday party Saturday night, a soiree, a shindig. Shaq can have my air mattress. Exactly. Well, you know what? He can have one of the couches because we just got the couches cleaned, Stanley steamer cleaned. So those would be amazing. Frank. So true. So damn true. I think Shelly slept on that air mattress when she was before Tom and Jess got here, and at her mom's. Oh, my phone's fully charged. Well, that's nice. Sleep in Mondo's beer. You know, there's enough room. You're small enough. There's enough room for a couple of you. He can stay in the basement. Yeah, the basement. Sometimes I wish Florida had basements, and then other times I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't want to go down there. Imagine how hot it is. We have two fans running in the garage right now, and it is like a billion degrees out. Like I go out there and I just like start immediately sweating. The basement of the Alamo, exactly. I didn't have a basement growing up though. My parents had we had a crawl space, which is not really a basement. It's really not like you can put a pool table down there, but you can't really play it because it bumps up against the floor above you. You know, crawl space is about 4 feet, 3.5, 4 feet high. It's only 70 in Dirty Jersey today, going down to 58. Yeah, that is insane. Right now it says 95. I'm gonna look with the force, see the full forecast. Feels like 102. 95 degrees feels like 102. Thursday, they say 85. Next Friday, 89, and next Saturday, 85, and Sunday, 85. But, you know that's a lie. $103. Because a few months ago, I was talking with Hunter, Jack, and Jason, and they were talking about how small Tim is. And I said, out of curiosity, how tall do you guys think I am? A few of them thought I was like 5'6". I think you're like 5'4", 5'2.5". You seem very tiny, Chad. I mean, don't take that as a bad thing. It's a good thing. Chad ends up he's like 6'8" or something. 103 is ridiculous. So as I check the weather, because I always give in the corner there. 5'10", there's no way you're 5'10". Really? You do give off tall fella vibes. Also, Tim is a little person, yeah. Yeah, Tim is definitely. I think he's like 4'8" or something like that. Because right now it says 95, so I always hit the thing, pull it up, and see what the real temperature is. But when I did that this morning, it had it has all kinds of news crap that I don't care about. Even though I've blocked uh, all politics stuff, it still sneaks some in. But anyway, it said uh, Robert Plant's tragedies, something like that. And I was like, "What the hell happened? Robert Plant is what the hell?" Now he. So I hit the clickbait bullshit, and you know what it says? It lists all the things that happened to him, like his son dying. I don't know, 40 years ago or more. The when a tour bus broke down and he almost got frostbite, like all kinds of really dumb things with 4 billion ads in between. And I'm like, son of a bitch, I fell for this. Chad's beard is 5'6" exactly. I fell for it. I'm also getting annoyed with Facebook of people just posting, sharing AI fake stories like that they're real. You know, I'm like, Obama didn't climb a mountain and shoot off bottle rockets into Tibet. Didn't happen. That guy ain't climbing a mountain. He'll pay somebody to carry him up there, but he is not shooting bottle rockets. Clickbait might be the only thing worse than autocorrect. You know what? Could be. I was annoyed at myself for going, oh my God, what happened to Robert Plant? And then clicking and going, oh, what an idiot. Oh, you idiot. Yeah. I'm gonna preface what I'm about to say by saying I love my wife. That being said, I'm not looking forward to her coming home at about 3:30 today because that means my fun is over. That means like she'd be like, "All right, get my list out. Oh, you do the dishes, do this, clean up this room. Let's fumigate the bath." I'm like, I don't want to do any of this stuff. Thirst traps balance it all out. You know what? You're right. Here's the problem with that. There's a thing I follow on Facebook, a Facebook group. It's like called Volleyball Girls 2.0 or something like that. Never volleyballs in it. Never. It's those female football players that wear like the little thongs. It's female MMA fighters doing their fake kicks and trying to make it like wrestling. There's women playing tennis and their skirts go up. There's every sport but volleyball, but it's called Volleyball Girls. Now, it's a shitload of AI ones with like all of a sudden they have like these giant, massive boobs or giant butt, but they look so fake. I'm like, this is again. Why do we have the internet? Because of porn. Why do we have AI? Because of porn. My favorite fake news story is the one where Elvis breastfeeds a baby for a woman. That baby was Glenn Danzig. So you're saying that that is fake news? I'm not going to argue with you, Chad, but maybe do your research. It's all fun and games until, right, until. I don't know. So there you go. Elvis is in Area 51. Elvis is flying with Bigfoot in his UFO right now. I have been getting so many, like 30 or 40 a day of. I loved your book and all this AI BS, and I'm like, if 40 people a day were buying these books, I'd be making a lot more money than I am now. Because I'm not seeing sales. You guys all purport to be buying my books, and you love. Oh my God, I loved it. So the Lost Nazi Gold Train. I love this book. But oh my God, Nazis and Owl Mountains and four other things from the description. I'm gonna make you a video, and then I'm getting a lot of hey, just to follow up since we talked a couple of times. I put your book trailer together. I just want you to click through to see how if you like it or not, and any changes. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not clicking that button. That ain't happening. Yeah, seen a lot of this. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Oh, even up there in Canada, you're seeing it? Wow, that's crazy. I still have a fortune cookie. I'm gonna eat this thing because you know what? I got to clean my desk off. Might as well clean it by eating. Still crunchy. Let's learn Chinese together. What does this shit say? My fortune is believe in the intuition you have. It will guide you to greatness. No kidding. I'm talking about mouthful. Confucius say, man who drink mushroom coffee have bowls of fun later. Yeah, yeah. I'm hoping by not having mushroom coffee today, my babbles calm down a little bit. And then I'll probably end up having it tomorrow again. I was sneaking over to see if Tom was writing. Tom is not writing, or he's not writing on our book. If JC was coming, I'd say tell him the mushroom coffee was some new high caffeine brand, and then sit back and watch. Oh my god, because he would drink like 15 of them. He literally drank like a box, a big box, like a 30 count of Death Wish a couple years ago. Like that dude just drinks coffee after coffee after coffee, like ridiculous. What is the hippie teacher's name from Beavis and Butthead? Someone else is gonna have to answer. Is gonna have to answer that one. I have no idea. I really didn't watch Beavis and Butthead all that much. JC drinks obscene amounts of coffee. JC would drop 20. JC would drop 20 pounds in my toilet every day. So, somebody would be Nick would be like, "Hey, can I use your bathroom?" Because JC's been in there for like an hour and he's making really, really weird noises. I'd be like, "Yeah, everybody else just use my bathroom. We're just gonna get some police tape." I don't know if that's the I don't know if like mushroom coffee is like so you poop a lot, but I am pooping a lot. So I'm guessing that might be part of it. I don't know. I gotta clean my desk off. I got too much shit on this desk. He'd leave looking like Christian Bale in The Machinist. Maybe trying to write and hear the strains of JC singing Machine Head from the Pooper. You can say Pooper. Apparently, you can say Pooper. You probably could say Hooper too. Hooper. No, Robert Shaw impression. Thank you. Yeah, I don't want to write. I don't want to write. Let's keep talking. Come to Monocon, Leo. Oh, your poop's behind. Yeah. Oh, I gotta make sure we have enough toilet paper. You know, just in case somebody goes nuts with the coffee. Plus, there's gonna be a lot of food. A lot of good food, too. Stuff that, like, Tom can actually eat, which isn't much. Shelly's like, well, I guess I have to make some salad, right? I'm like, yeah, make some salad. Salad is good. The first night is I don't know what she's making something seafood, something or other. Yeah, there's M&Ms. Yeah, toilet paper will have. Not peanut butter M&Ms, no. Peanut M&Ms, I don't know, whatever she buys. She usually buys a plain, a peanut, and a peanut butter, the giant jars that I end up having to eat for like 3 fucking months because Frank wants them so bad and then he never eats any of them. I don't think they have a big box of the mint ones, so no. But so there'll be seafood and stuff, which is Frank's not here, so we can have uh, shellfish without him freaking out. Bomb pop, no, not that. And then I think on Friday night we're doing the baked potatoes, the giant baked potatoes with various toppings and stuff. And I think, yeah, mushroom M&Ms. You poop a lot on those. Eat one, you're done. But I think there's Tom can't eat the baked potato, but he can have the. I think you can have the chili, and I think the broccoli and cheese. Maybe I don't know. Shelly said there's something there, and then she's gonna have a salad, so you can have salad. And then Friday and Saturday lunch is just gonna be cold cuts, and she's buying a couple things of tuna fish because I enjoy tuna fish. And we're gonna have croissants. We're gonna have some croissants, and some bread and some other 50 billion things because there'll be 9 of us. She's buying enough shit for 50 of us. Is a baked potato made of meat? Yes, it's a meat potato. They call them. They call them meat potatoes. And then I think she's doing I don't know what. And then Saturday night is her birthday party, which will be various meats because it's a barbecue place. But there will also be a salad, and there will be like a charcuterie board, so we'll have meats and cheeses and crackers and things like that. When do we go to the zoo to see the monkeys? You know what? It's 1,000 degrees, Nick. I don't know what you don't understand, but you don't. Nobody at the monkeys aren't going to the zoo at this point. Jacksonville Zoo is closed until further notice. They all went to Redneck Beach. Now on Sunday, gonna be we're doing breakfast. I'm gonna do Monte Cristos, French toast, scrambled eggs, sausage patties, bacon. So there'll be, and she's making some kind of muffins or something. So there'll be enough things there, and then taco bar Sunday night, which is gonna be I think she's doing shrimp and beef, and what about 47 different sides to do. Yep, Kevin Bacon will be here, special guest on Saturday night. DJ Vern Saturday night is going to play the Footloose theme. Kevin Bacon is going to do the dance. So, should be a pretty good night. Should be a damn fine night. Damn fine. Oh, good. I think the cat's going to throw up again. Cat throw up is disgusting. I usually just leave it and make pretend I didn't see it. Can't wait to ask him about Bernie Madoff. Which train wreck will be out from MondoCon? Well, I don't know. Excellent question. What day do they come out? I still gotta watch the PI Mom one. Maybe tonight I'll get my wife and be like, hey, let's stop all this cleaning garbage and let's watch a train wreck. Tuesday. We don't normally turn the television on during MondoCon, so I'll have to watch it. I'll have to watch it Tuesday night. I wonder which one it will be. Let's look that up. I think Area 51 was the last one scheduled for now. No, don't say that. Don't say that. Trainwreck show. All right. Poop Crew. We've seen the Poop Cruise. We've seen the American Apparel. Project X. Balloon Boy. PI Moms. I gotta see that one. Storm Area 51. Yeah, that looks like that's it. Sons of the bitches. It looks like that's it for season one. It'll definitely be another season. Yeah, there's no way they're not going to renew that one. I never watched the Astroworld one. That was pretty good, even though if you're not into that type of music. Everyone still talks about poop cruise. Poop cruise is why I'll never be on a cruise. I've been on several cruises. I never had a problem. I do poop a lot, but that's anywhere I go. But I'm also up at like 2 in the morning going up to the Lido deck for more pizza. What do you got for me, Mr. Mailman? More garbage, huh? I hate when he does this. He puts my mail in, right? And he starts reaching around and playing with shit. And I'm like, are you playing with shit like you got to deliver a box to me? Or are you setting up for the next place? And I don't care. Do that in front of their house. He did. Son of a bitch. Get back here. Give me that. Well, I don't care what's in that box. Give me that box. Poop cruise is why I can't wait to go back on a cruise. Exactly. On a cruise that hit high seas for a day and a half, eating at one of the restaurants, the windows were dipping under the ocean and back up again. It was amazing. I think I was on one cruise where there was really bad weather. But there were still people um, trying to get up to the outside bar thinking that they were still going to be serving drinks. And they paid for drinks. They paid their $200 for the all you can drink thing. You guys are idiots. The bad part about that was it was raining so bad that they did none of the excursions and nobody got off the boat. I think we were in like Bimini or something. Bimini. And so all those little brat kids were still on the ship running around in the hallways. I just wanted to sleep. I wanted to read my book and sleep. Just go open your front door and yell unboxing at him like a crazy old man. I assume the moron who decided to feed free booze to the poop cruise people was fired. Oh yeah, God. That's got to be a stupid move. I did the old man thing yesterday. My wife she's like, stop fighting with the neighbors. Like it wasn't a neighbor. So it's like 2:30 yesterday. I have therapy at 3 o'clock. I have no idea why I'm in therapy. I feel like I'm fine. And this black car goes by, turns around, and parks right in front of my driveway. So now my wife has the truck yesterday, but I still have the Challengers in the driveway. And he parks in front of it. And I'm like, what do you oh, maybe you're probably delivering something. My wife ordered something and you deliver. No big deal. Then a red truck goes by and then pulls up in front of him, in front of my mailbox. And it is Safe Light, the window people. And he gets out of the car and the other guy gets out of the car. So I'm annoyed. Like I got 10 minutes till therapy. Now you're gonna set me off. So I go outside and I say, "Excuse me. What are you doing?" He says, my windshield is cracked. I'm getting it fixed real quick." And I said, "Do you live around here?" No, I was doing a delivery in the neighborhood. So why are you parking in front of my garage? In front of my driveway. My wife will be home soon, and if I want to leave now, I can't leave. You box me in. It's my driveway. Move the fuck up. And this dude was little. He was like 4'8". He looked like Chad Lusky, but even taller than Chad. So they both look annoyed, and I'm like, you're really gonna park in front of my driveway? Of all the places on the block to park, you park in front of my driveway. So the guy, the red truck pulls up in front of the, what do you call it? In front of the fire thing, water fire thing. And this guy pulls up right in front of my mailbox. So the whole time I'm in therapy, I'm looking out the window cursing at them. And the doctor's trying to talk me off the ledge. Like, just Why is it bothering you? Just leave. It doesn't matter. Leave it alone. Like that's the third or fourth time now that I've argued with somebody because they park in front of my driveway. I don't know if anybody else ever has that, but it's just annoying. They told you it was Bimini, but you were docked at the Arthur Guild Staten Island. You know what? Probably. Beard Link chat. Were they checking out the Little Free Library? No, they didn't. That was the other thing. They didn't check out the Little Free Library. Yeah, it's a bus stop. Did the doctor click on window look? No, I wish he had. I wish he had. He's getting a lot of free window looks. I'm literally talking to him here, but I'm like this. Like, how long does it take to take it out? And plus, he had all the equipment, you know, the big thing, and it's on my lawn. So he's doing all this, and he's got window look. There's a lot of cars today, but nobody's out. It's too freaking hot. Although the Chinese lady was out there running yesterday, and she's wearing a little, like a tube top and like little biker shorts, and she looked like she had about an extra 40 pounds of sweat on her body. I mean, just like you could see the sweat falling off of her as she ran. Why are you doing that? Why? They Yokda not ist heed the door for sure. Oh yeah. Ooh, back scratcher. I'm gonna use the old one, my old school one with the four pronged, the green red Manalishi with the four pronged scratcher. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, I was like, oh great, Robert Plant died. Now we got to listen to fucking Led Zeppelin songs for like the next week. 1,000 of the same four. Oh, we get to listen to Stairway to Heaven and rock and roll 40 million times. Maybe they'll throw Kashmir in there 800 times. It looks like Neil got a package. Neil's supposed to be at Shelly's party. Let's see if him and his wife come. What happened? No. My Facebook is still filled with my favorite Ozzy song. Who cares? Nobody gives a shit. Post about it somebody when they're still alive. It was like the whole David Bowie thing. I didn't realize I had so many friends that were huge David Bowie fans. I don't know, because I grew up with them and they never ever once talked about or played David Bowie in front of me. Yeah. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. Because I ain't writing anymore. Unless Tom gets some writing in, which don't look like he's getting any writing in right now. You failed the positive Friday. You know what? Some of it was positive, Chad. I'm positive about that. So I consider this a win. You know why it's a win? I'm being positive. All right, everybody. I will probably, maybe, sometimes, small percentage choice, around this time on Sunday I will be on, but I'll be on YouTube Live. If you're hanging around Sunday, you got nothing else to do. Otherwise, I will see everybody Monday. I'm going to listen to David Bowie covers of Black Sabbath. Those are some of the best covers ever. A good fun con, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Shotter.